Hey, it's Galfi and Galfette. Today I'm going to explore what locators are and why they're so important in Cubase. I'll also tell you about snapping and the grid, which are factors that influence locators' behavior. So, what are locators? They're those little white triangles at the top of the grid. When you open a new project, they're grouped together at bar 1. Of course, you can move them around. Just click on one of them and move your mouse, leaving it clicked, then release the mouse button when you've reached the desired location. You'll notice that here, my locator moves by bars, so I can't place it on a beat, for example. This is normal. My snapping is set to bar and the locators follow the snapping. You have other options for adjusting snapping. This movement mode also applies to grid events. If you'd like to know more about the grid and snapping, I've made a video on the subject, and I'll of course include the link in the description. As an example, I set my snapping to bar, beats, events, and cursor, and I also set the quantize to zoom adapted. This way, if I zoom in, I can fine-tune the precision of my grid. You'll see that a gray bar has now appeared between my two locators. This defines a portion of the project, which can be exported by going to File, Export Audio Mixdown. You can also cycle this portion of the project to work on that specific part. Just click on the purple button at the bottom of the transport menu. The bar between the locators then turns purple. I told you about the transport menu in another video on the Cubase interface, and I'll also include the link in the description. If you don't see the transport menu, right-click on your bottom menu and check Transport Controls. You can also display it in the top menu in the same way. If you reverse the locator positions in cycle mode, the portion between the locators turns orange. This is the reverse cycle mode. This time, the entire project will be played, except for this orange part, which will be ignored during playback. If you want to position your locators precisely on a particular event, select the event and press the P key. You'll see that the locators are positioned on either side of the event's location. This doesn't just work for events, because if you select an entire folder, and therefore several events or several parts of folders, it's the same thing. The locators move to either side of the selected part. Feel free to ask questions or make suggestions in the comments section. See you soon for new videos.